Hello and welcome to a time special presentation for Thirukkural with the Times, where we explore real-world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. As children grow up and move out, the empty nest can be heartbreaking for parents, and children's independence may seem like rejection. But at the end of the day, are parents the source or are they the destination? Is it a matter of success or loss? When children outgrow parents in knowledge, skill and thought. What did Thiruvalluvar have to say about the changing dynamics between parents and children?
A casual visit to a friend's home can sometimes offer more than hospitality. It can offer reflection. On a recent work trip, an evening spent with an old colleague and his family brought unexpected joy. Laughter echoed through their home. The dining table buzzed with conversation, and the energy of the two young daughters filled the space like spring sunlight. There was something alive in that household. The constant chorus of, "Amma, where's my clip? Appa, she took my pencil," or "Can we please order dessert? I'm not coughing today." Their world moved in unison, revolving around each other with warmth and unfiltered affection. And yet, that same evening, after I returned to my hotel, left behind a whisper of sorrow in my heart. Not for what was missing, but for what had quietly faded. At one phase in my life, my home too was filled with endless demands from my daughters. And then things slowly quietened. I can't remember when I stopped plating for them. I can't remember when did it change from "Can I please go" to "I will be late today." Many parents will identify this feeling. The realization doesn't come as a single blow, but as a slow unveiling. One day, they reach for your hand, and the next, they gently let go, not out of rejection, but out of readiness. This shift is not failure, it's fulfillment. But it still aches. We often speak of parenting as a journey of nurturing, protecting, and teaching. Rarely do we prepare ourselves for its most spiritual act, stepping back. The early years are intense, every moment enmeshed, and then slowly the distance grows. The bond remains, but its texture changes, less visible, more inward. There is deep emotional fatigue in parenting, not just from the effort of raising children, but from accepting that the most beautiful chapters are often fleeting. The days of packing lunch boxes, helping with homework, and being the axis on which your child's world revolves, those days pass quietly. In such times, it helps to look for wisdom beyond our own. Khalil Gibran writes, "You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrows may go swift and far." But long before Gibran, Thiruvalluvar offered this clarity in Kural 68. Thammintham Makkal Arivudaimai, Maanilaththu Mannuyirk Kellaam Inidhu. It is the joy for entire humanity to find oneself outdone in intelligence by one's children. This is not just a compliment to a child's intelligence, it is a directive to the parent. It asks us to release the old model of authority and pride and instead cultivate humility and joy in witnessing growth that surpasses our own. It invites us to evolve from participants to spectators, from teachers to admirers. When a child becomes wiser, more capable, more independent, that's not an ending but an apex. What greater success than to be outgrown in wisdom by our children? Think of the mountain. It races the river in its lap, lets it gather force, and then watches it surge ahead, cutting valleys and nourishing lands it will never see. The mountain does not moan. It stands tall, steady in its knowing, I was part of that journey. That is how humanity moves forward. What remains with us is not the noise of their childhood, but its echo, a soft, lingering hum that stays long after the room has fallen silent. In the end, we are not the destination, we are the source. Our children will outgrow us in knowledge, in skill, in thought, and they should. The Kural reminds us that parenting is not a possession, it is a privilege. One that asks us not just to shape lives, but to celebrate when those lives begin shaping themselves.